Good morning. It is Miss Greer. It feels amazing outside. If you've not been outside, go outside. It feels so great. I am going to sit outside while I do your review. Anyways, tomorrow you are going to be taking a small quiz over some of the things that we've been learning, and I just wanted to kind of quickly go over those things and just kind of talk about them with you to make sure that everything was kind of refreshed before we go into that tomorrow. The quiz is 10 questions, so don't stress about it, and don't it's not super hard, so don't feel any stress about that tomorrow or dread it, because I know that y'all test all the time, and so I don't want you to feel like it's going to be one of those tests. Also, my wisdom teeth are really hurting today, so if I'm talking strangely, that would be why. So that'll be fun. I have a dentist appointment today, and so yeah, that's fun. Anyways, we have been talking about matter and energy, more specifically the physical properties of matter, and if you'll remember, matter is anything and everything, anything that takes up space, and there are very few things that are not matter. Matter can take 3 different states most of the time, and it's going to be solids, and some examples of solids would be chocolate, would be this plant, could be ice, could be a paperclip, anything that has a definite shape and takes up a definite amount of space would be a solid. Then we have liquid. Liquid is something that does not have a definite shape. It takes the shape of its container, but it does take up a definite amount of space. And we talked about different liquids could be juices, water, all different types of things. And then gases are going to be it's types of matter that fill up empty spaces, and but they do take up space, and we did a lab over that. Some examples of gas would be oxygen, helium, carbon dioxide, all different types of things. Anyway, so the physical properties is what we've been learning about, and what that is the way that we describe different types of matter, different observations we can make about matter, the characteristics of matter. Those would all be ways to define physical properties. So while we're looking at different types of matter, we describe it and we test it and we measure it in different ways and we observe it, and all of those things fall under physical properties. So whether something sinks or floats, which would be density, the mass, temperature, magnetism, the state that it comes in, all of those things, the color, the texture, all of those things would be physical properties. Like I just said, whether or not something sinks or floats is density. So if you were to, usually we compare density, when we talk about physical properties, we compare it to water. So we would just drop something in water, and if it floats, it's less dense, and if it sinks, it's more dense. And so that's kind of what density is, and that's also a physical property of matter. So some things that would float would be a ping pong ball, or I don't know, my brain froze all of a sudden. We found that wood floats, all different types of things, leaves. And then some things that sink would be rocks, I don't know, marbles. My brain is going blank. But anyways, whether something sinks or floats is density. Mass would be, we measure it with a triple beam balance. Remember, we scoot the runners on the triple beam balance to find the mass. Temperature we measure with a thermometer, and that's whether something is hot or cold. Remember, if there's a high number on the thermometer, it is hot. If it's a low number, it is cold. Magnetism, the tool that we would use is a magnet, and we talked about what types of things are attracted to a magnet and what is not. Usually we like to stick in the family of if it is a metal. Most metals are magnetic. And then hello, Mr. Moth. Some of the things that we talked about that were not would be fabric, wood, plastic, glass. Those are some things that are not magnetic. Let's see here. And then we've already talked about state of matter. I'm going to click over to your assignment. Let's see here. I think that we have kind of covered it all. Anyways, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them. The purpose of the review is to make sure that you understand all of these things and just kind of like refresh you on some of them. So if you aren't sure, don't feel like there's anything wrong, because that's what I'm here for. So let me know if you have any questions. Reach out to me, and we can kind of chat about it and go from there. So after you finish listening to this, you have like a quick review to go over. And then tomorrow will be a very short quiz. Please don't stress about it. It's not going to be super hard or crazy. So, anyways, y'all have a wonderful Monday. And go outside and enjoy this amazing weather. Ah.